Bless you.
Okay, it's 5 o'clock. I'll call the May meeting of the Port Edwards Board of Education to order. I guess we haven't technically elected a clerk, so I guess I'll just call the roll. Kathy?
Here.
John?
Here.
Leo, I'm here. Nina?
Here?
And Crystal.
Here.
All people are present. Consider approval of the agenda for tonight's meeting.
So moved. I'll second it.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. This is the meeting every year where we conduct the reorganization of the board. We need to elect a president, vice president, clerk, and treasurer. Since Carrie was our longtime clerk, some new person will be lucky enough to get that job. I'll entertain a motion for nominations for president.
I nominate Leo Thomasgard.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to maintain me as president. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, should we do these individually, or do we vote on them as a whole when we get done?
I think each one.
we do each
Each
one.
one, yes.
There being no other nominations, I'll ask that a ballot be cast to elect me as president for the next year.
All those in favor?
I'm sorry, you said.
All those in favor?
I'll ask for a motion to,
We did that.
okay.
Calling for the vote.
Oh, calling for vote, I'm sorry.
Yep.
All right, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried. I'll entertain a motion to select a vice president for the next year.
I nominate John Doven.
I'll second it. Motion's been made and seconded. Are there any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Hearing none, I'll ask for a vote to place John as vice president. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Next comes the clerk's position. I'll ask for a nomination for someone to serve as the clerk of the board for the next year.
I nominate Nina Pilo.
Second.
That was quick.
Okay.
It says clerk. It's ready.
Yeah, it's right there.
You see the,
I see how things work.
you see the train, you see the light in the distance when you're holding onto the rails and the train is coming?
That worked.
Okay. Motion's been made and seconded for Nina to be the new board clerk.
I felt like it was a sign. Literally.
Are there any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote to have Nina serve as our new clerk. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Finally, we need to elect a treasurer. I'll entertain nominations for treasurer.
Nominate Kathy McGrath.
Is there a second for Kathy?
I will
McGrath?
second that.
Motion by John, seconded by Nina. Are there any other nominations for treasurer? Are there any other nominations for treasurer? Are there any other nominations for treasurer? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote to elect Kathy as treasurer. All those in favor say aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried. Next, consideration of motion to adjourn into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.85 sub 1 sub C for the purpose of considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility, and 19.85 sub 1 sub E, for the purpose of deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session.
So moved.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Who's the second?
Who was the second?
Second.
Thank you.
Okay. Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. We are in closed session as of 5:05. It is 5:31. We'll open reconvene into open session for a regular business meeting. Do we have student reps tonight?
No.
No student reps tonight.
We don't have student reps tonight. Okay. Under item 6, all board members are in attendance. And I will defer to Mr. Bina to read the school lunch hero proclamation, which I unfortunately did not print off.
A proclamation by the State Superintendent of Public Instruction for School Lunch Hero Day. Whereas the School Nutrition Association has designated May 1st, 2026 as School Lunch Hero Day. And whereas each school day, school nutrition professionals are committed to preparing meals that adhere to nutritional guidelines, appeal to student tastes, and accommodate specialized dietary requirements. And whereas in school year 2024-25, there were more than 113 million meals and snacks served at 2,331 schools by dedicated school nutrition professionals in Wisconsin. And whereas nutritious meals served in schools play a critical role in supporting a productive learning environment. They help students to concentrate and remain engaged, as well as develop the skills and knowledge needed for future academic and professional pursuits. And whereas, through daily interactions and thoughtful support, school nutrition professionals create a safe, caring, and respectful environment for students during food service. Therefore, I, Jill K. Underly, State Superintendent of Public Instruction, declare Friday, May 1st, 2026 as School Lunch Hero Day to celebrate and acknowledge the efforts of Wisconsin school nutrition professionals and their role in keeping the children of Wisconsin nourished so they are ready to learn. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next board meeting is tentatively set for Wednesday, June 10th. Is that acceptable for everybody?
That meeting will be held at either the middle school or the high school. This
Okay.
building will be shut down for construction, so
Okay.
we'll let everyone know. We'll post it, the actual room number.
Are you anticipating like in a small gym, or are you gonna be perhaps in another room somewhere?
Most likely like the business room, we're
Business room.
thinking.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right, just
to be determined.
give us a location when that's determined.
Yes, sir.
Under administrative reports, elementary principal report, Mr. Bina.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So many fun things are happening here in our schools during the month of May. We have field trips, we have the ABC countdown, a lot of excellent things that are taking place. As we do every month, we have a school character trait, and our school character trait for the month of May is creativity. And creativity is discussed each day during our morning announcements and classroom morning meetings. So it's a great time of year to explore our creativity out on the school forest and outdoors. So that's a great trait for the month of May. Our PEPO organization will be holding its annual Spring Muffins in the Morning event for our elementary families Friday morning, May 22nd. Last year, we had approximately 150 parents and grandparents enjoying coffee and refreshments while spending time together as a school community. We open our doors bright and early at 6:45 for anyone that would like to come. That is Friday morning, May 22nd. So we'd like to see everyone bright and early if they're feeling up to it. A construction update. In order to keep all of our projects on schedule, summer construction will begin a little early at our elementary building. Staff from the Northern Group LLC will begin working in the boiler room on Monday, May 18th. They will be working exclusively in the boiler room and will not be coming into the building at all during the school day. And we've made accommodations and plans for their parking, all of the details so that they will not interrupt the instructional day at all. The annual end of the year elementary carnival will be held after lunch on Monday, June 1st with the rain date of Tuesday, June 2nd. All kinds of fun activities taking place, field games, our carnival inflatables, arts and crafts projects, and this year, for anyone who's interested in participating, we will have a dunk tank. So, board members, staff members, anyone's interested, we will have a dunk tank. Come on out. That is after lunch on Monday, June 1st. Mr. Tomsgaard, are you interested?
He doesn't want to get his hair
No.
I
cut.
think,
Oh,
I think
okay.
the third, fifth, and eighth amendments protect me under these circumstances. I will respectfully decline.
Okay, that's fair.
You'd
That
have
is
to
fair.
replace a lot of the water if they actually. Yeah.
And finally, the United Way Great Book Giveaway will be held Monday, June 8th on the middle school playground. Typically held on our front lawn here at the elementary, but due to the construction, we are holding it this year at the middle school on the playground. And if it is raining on Monday, June 8th, we will hold it in the main lobby of the high school indoors. Thank you.
Okay. Any questions or comments from Mr. Beena? All right. Mr. Teltonpole, middle school, high school report.
I just wanted to start out, I know Mr. Beena sent you guys a message about our middle school math competition last week on Friday. We had a third, a fourth, and a fifth place finisher, and a 15th and 16th place finisher out of 120 kids. Mrs. Wilkham takes such pride in that and dedication, and she called me from the competition just about in tears because she was so happy. So I wanted to, publicly thank her for the effort she puts into that, and we've got some strong math kids. It's been a while since we've had that many high finishers, so congratulations to them. Last night, if you remember last year, Mrs. P and choir started our Tri-Edwards choir, where the kids from Tri-County came up and sang with the Port kids for a choir concert. Port went down there yesterday evening for their choir concert. She said it was amazing. The kids went out to eat in between practice and the actual concert. She said after they were done, they were seen taking selfies and adding each other onto Snapchat and things like that. So she said it turned out really well. Tri-County's coming up on Saturday for the 2 o'clock choir concert here. So they'll be joining us for that concert on Saturday. We had our Cool Teen Leadership. We had 6 kids go today. I had talked to you guys about the teen leadership earlier in the year. Once a month, the Heart of Wisconsin puts this on different businesses. We had our year-end celebration today, so Mrs. Detlitson took 6 of our kids today to Midstate, and they had some exposure to some activities and course offerings that Midstate gives. And then afterwards, they had a luncheon that their parents were invited to, and they had to give some elevator speeches about themselves up on a stage. A lot of nerves there, but they all said that it went great. So I'd like to thank the Heart of Wisconsin for facilitating that, and also Midstate for hosting a pretty neat event. And former graduate Caitlin Gessert spoke a lot today at the event, so the kids felt a little comfortable with that. So, and one last thing I want to talk about today is we have our HOSA April showers and Mayflowers tomorrow evening from 4 to 6. It's at the fire department, and there's tons of things going on. They have walking tacos, yard games, and anybody that comes can make a customized Mother's Day floral arrangement. So that's from 4 to 6 tomorrow at the fire department. And I listed some other events that are coming up for you guys. So you don't have to write them down, but I cut them out and gave them to you guys. The last one I want to talk about is our May 14th special breakfast. The last couple of years, it's one of the neatest things that we do at our building is our cooks come in extra early. They grill hot food, eggs, sausage, hash browns, things like that. And they serve the kids in our entryway to our main office. And this year with adding a grade, they just decided they wanted to take it on and keep going, but they want to do it down into the lunchroom. So we're going to open up our doors on May 14th at 7:30. and we're gonna give our kids some time to eat down in the cafeteria, and we hope they all come in. So if you guys are interested in stopping in, it's just another thing that makes Port Edwards different than everybody else, so. Thank you.
Okay. I think it's really great that you had an alumni show up and encourage any way that, I think it's really significant that in a small town, so many of the kids leave. They seek career opportunities and they go somewhere else. And when somebody interact with current students, especially in an ad hoc situation like that, I think it really makes an impression to have a current student interface with somebody who's been a success in their chosen career field. Just walk up to them and say, you know, I was where you were X number of years ago. That's a really that's institutional knowledge. That's a grounding experience for them. We should try to find a way to encourage more opportunities like that.
And when we have kindergarten students that come back and teach for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of on the grand scale, when you have the seniors come and walk through the elementary school. I mean, it's the same basic thing, but that's staged in a ceremonial fashion. This is something in the real world where totally unexpected. You know, it's like the old candid camera Alan Funt thing. When you least expect that somebody comes up to you and says, you know, here it is. There's only a couple of us who are smiling at that because we're old, but never mind. All right. All right, good, thank you. Mr. Bina, district report.
May 4th through the 8th is National Teacher Appreciation Week, but here in Port Edwards, it's not just for our teachers, it's for everyone. We are so thankful for every employment group, every person that works for our staff. I'd like to publicly thank everyone for making this a great school year and a great school district. Staff at both buildings are being shown gestures of appreciation each day this week. We have had an incredible amount of generosity. I would like to thank some of the following groups and individuals. The Port Edwards Parent Organization, Wisconsin Rapids Walmart, Mrs. Waltenberg, Mr. Steltenpole, the Tyler and Amanda Walker family. So many groups have gone out of their way to show incredible, generous gifts to our teachers this week and to all of our staff. So again, thank you for their generosity and congratulations, and thank you to all of our staff members. This morning, Mr. Steltenpole, Mr. Ayers, and I attended the annual Central Wisconsin Conference joint meeting of superintendents, high school principals, and district athletic directors in Kashina. It's the one time of the year when we can do legislative work for the conference, and we can do it kind of on a fast track where it can start with the athletic directors, move to the principals, and then to the superintendents, and we can meet as an entire school, the 3 leadership team members, and then discuss that legislation. So it's a really nice opportunity. We do it each year in May in Kashina. Area residents and school staff are invited to attend a presentation on Thursday, May 28th in the high school gym beginning at 6:30. Representatives from the Green Bay School District will be explaining how a portion of our property taxes is being designated for private school vouchers across Wisconsin. I've left flyers at the front table. We have flyers. It's on our website. It's on our Facebook page. They're out in the front lobby here. These experts from the Green Bay School District are going to be explaining how much of the public taxes that are designated for public schools are actually going to private schools. And they've got all kinds of very impressive data, and data that's going to be very eye-opening, I think, to a lot of people. And we would like as many members of the public to attend. That's Thursday, May 28th at 6:30 in our high school gym. And finally, after having some conversations with Mr. Thomas Gard, our school board leadership would like to ask our entire board to give us some dates. We would like to do a professional retreat prior to the start of next school year. It's going to be a 1 or 2 day meeting where we're going to work with a professional organization to establish district goals, not only for the short term, but for the long term. Please contact me. I'll be reaching out to you as well for some availability this summer to do a board retreat. Thank you.
Thank you. My only additional comment to Mr. Bina's remarks, if you want to summarize the May 28th event from Green Bay, which Kathy and John and I participated in at the convention in Milwaukee in January, or in January. The old expression, "There's no such thing as a free lunch." Here you go. That's it in a nutshell. So, okay, moving along to the Port Edward School District Business Partner of the Month recognition.
Okay. This month, for the month of May, we would like to recognize Comfort Air Heating and Cooling Fireplaces. They are going to be our May Business Partner of the Month. This is a very special recognition, of course, this month, because we all know Carrie and Kelly very well. Carrie was a longtime member of our school board, did an amazing job for us. Kelly continues to do an amazing job for us every single day. Carrie, I'm sure I see Kelly more than you do each day.
That's a fact.
And I can tell you, I see Kelly working with some students that have some very high needs, and she does an amazing job with them. She does an incredible job with them. So this is kind of dual recognition for Carrie and Kelly. I'd like to read a little bit about Carrie, some information that was shared with me today. Carrie started interning in HVAC at the age of 16 with his uncle. He went on to college and then worked for his uncle at Chuck's Heating and Cooling for a few years before he moved to Wisconsin Rapids in 1995. He then worked for Ron's Refrigeration until he and his partner, Brian Kalinsky, along with Kelly, opened Comfort Air in 1999. He has been serving the community and surrounding area ever since. And not only that, but again, a member of our school board, very, very interested community member in our school district. He's been a coach for us, and just the family's done amazing things for the school district. So we would like to recognize them not only as our business partner of the month, but truly a family of the month for May. Congratulations and thank you.
And they chose Port Edwards to live,
Yeah.
where they could have lived anywhere.
We did, too.
We'd like to take a photo if we could.
Thanks, Tori Fletcher.
No?
This is his big day.
And you bought our camper way back when.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you get your card? I think it's still up.
I thought he literally just came for the meeting.
Because he missed us already.
Yeah, I was like, how cool, he showed up.
Hey, I just made sure he was here on time. I'm like, I don't like being late. 5 minutes late, early is late.
I'm the same way with that.
Thanks, Carrie. We thought you just showed up because you missed us.
Yeah.
So we'll expect you to let on.
You know, when I'm available.
Okay, you'll just come for the fun of it.
Maybe when there's cake?
When there's cake.
If I know there's cake.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is the presentation of the FIED curriculum.
We'd like to welcome Riley Thomas and Nick Campbell. Two of our three FIED department members. Mrs. Lazitza teaches a couple of sections of elementary FIED. She was not able to join us tonight. So welcome Riley and Nick. We're on the small screen tonight because, as you can see, we're moving some of our items from the attic down here and we're blocking our screen. So,
Well, hello everybody. Obviously I'm Riley Thomas, that's Nick Campbell. We're gonna kind of go through what we've been doing with our curriculum and our scope and sequence and everything with all the budgets and all that stuff going on. Just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up on where we're going. So, Nick and I love athletics, we love sports and all that kind of stuff. But when we became FIED teachers, we kind of decided to shift a little bit. Get away a little bit from all the big games and all that activities. Not that we don't do them still, but really kind of get towards the kids that we have now and lifelong fitness, lifelong activities, and all that kind of stuff. And so kind of our mission statement is to educate the minds, develop healthy bodies, and promote positive attitudes towards lifetime physical fitness activities, sports, and all that kind of stuff. We want to make sure that kids can kind of have the knowledge, the background, all that skills necessary to make those responsible choices in life. And not just here, but as they get older to move out. I always tell them that I love playing dodgeball and kickball, but if I wasn't a Phi Ed teacher, I don't just go down to a kickball league or a dodgeball league anymore. So being able to go to the YMCA or fitness centers and things like that, volleyball, all that kind of stuff, that's kind of where we might have kind of made that push. We try to promote a love for physical fitness. Doesn't always work, but we try to push that. Our program tries to reach all kids, regardless of skills, talents, limitations. We tell them, we don't care what you do, we just want you to try. We want you to give that effort, and that's really kind of made a big impact, I think, with a lot of the kids. And then we try to provide the tools to continue their physical fitness journey beyond the classroom. Like I said, if we can try to get them doing things here, and then that can translate into lifelong stuff, that's really kind of our goal with our physical fitness program. Scope and sequence. Obviously, anytime you say scope and sequence or curriculum, Phi Ed teachers, we get antsy. I broke out in hives a little bit ago. And this is the third one I've done. God's honest truth, this is probably the easiest and the best one. Kathy did a great job of kind of guiding us a little bit, and Nick and I work well together. And so the other two that I've been at, the other school districts, we kind of just, you put stuff down on paper and it was, you threw it away and then you moved on. This one is workable, it's user friendly, we can go in and we can switch stuff, it's nice we're on the same page. So we gave you a scope and sequence, we didn't want to put anything up here. Really, if you look at it, it kind of just shows our elementary, and that's more Nick, is movement, is teaching them those little skills from hopping and jumping to the basic games and things like that. When they get up to middle school with us, now we kind of incorporate a couple more games, activities, and we start developing a little bit more of that physical literacy skills and stuff. And then when they get to me in high school, now we kind of hopefully have gotten them to where they know their physical fitness levels, and then they can create physical plans for themselves. We do a little more lifetime fitness stuff. Games get a little bit more complicated and stuff like that. So it kind of rolls really well. From what I've seen in other places, and I've been, this is a good one that kind of gets the kids on the right path, and it builds upon things. Our curriculum maps, I don't think they're up yet, are they, Kathy? Oh, no, but we did, like I said, that was, from being the third one I've done, this one was definitely the best one, and it worked well, and it kind of just, it flowed pretty easily. We can adjust and change. If we want to take stuff out, put things in, it works really well.
Just to add on to that too, I think, I don't want to speak for either, but at least for me, the scope and sequence really kind of helped us visualize how we want the students to kind of move through the program as they kind of grow up. So I think that really kind of helped us visualize that, more of a big picture thing there. So yeah.
So the process, we kind of, Mr. Bina and Mr. Steltenpole and Kathy all said that if we can handle 50 kids in a gym, we can handle 2 years of implementing it. So we kind of fast tracked the years 7 and 8 this year, and kind of we'll show kind of what we've been doing with it. The first one, congratulations. I've been a teacher almost 20 years. And this is the first time anybody's got me to present at a board meeting. So really good job, everybody. Thank you. So we're doing that now, obviously. Kind of just giving you guys a little bit of an update on what we're doing with all the kind of the goal of our Phi Ed program to promote all the fitness, lifelong activities and things like that.
And I'm in my second year, I'm already at one. So.
Way
here's,
ahead of
some,
me.
here's some pictures too, we kind of just put up to show a couple of things. These 3 pictures here was actually last week. We have the National Guard come in once or twice a year, and they kind of run the kids through a couple of things. This year was really cool. In years past, it was mainly for high school. This year, they were able to incorporate the middle schoolers as well. So what you're seeing here, they did a little team building activity where kids would hold hands and they had a hula hoop connected, and they had to move the hula hoop all the way around the circle without disconnecting their hands. So that was really cool. And we also kind of did a high school versus middle school there, so that was awesome. And then they also ran through a little circuit training, little workout there, which was good to see. And then obviously fan favorite here at the elementary in the Gaga ball pit.
So with that push, we're in that year 8 and building those or buying those new materials. Nick and I talked and we've done pretty well with our budget and been able to get a lot of stuff. PEEF grants, we've kind of developed a lot of good little things with it, and so we were gonna bring some equipment in and stuff, but if anybody ever wants to come in and see some of the stuff that we have now, it's definitely newer, it's updated. There's different things that probably you don't even realize are out there that the kids can do. But for our big purchases, for the high school and the middle school, our ball cart is brutal. 3 wheels fall off of it always. Mats are here. Our mats that we use, Mr. Ayers was still using back in middle school, so I can't imagine the amount of bacteria on them, but we still let the kids use them. Nets and fitness timers, we're trying to kind of utilize a little bit more of that kind of stuff. And with our numbers, we have big classes. We if you come, our gym is always packed. It's getting tough because having a high school class and then a middle school class, it is nice that they can interact at times, and I think that's what makes Port Edwards really good, is that allows that kids. But there are some times that Nick has to go down to the small gym, and hauling equipment back and forth is just kind of getting to be a hassle. So we're gonna take some of that older equipment, move that down there so that it's a little bit easier to kind of run classes through. And at the elementary, same thing, some mats, some fit banners, some cones and banners that just kind of help Nick get his classes going and let those kids do well.
Yeah.
Professional development, thanks for letting us go to our conference this year. It was in October. You know, the nice thing about the Whippy conference is it's in the Dells, it's quick, it's fast, we get there. They do a lot of vendors, we learn from a lot of different people, a lot of different people present. Some of the ones we went to this year, Outdoor Education for Life was kind of cool just to hear about some things that other people are doing. I'm a big weight room person, so I always just see if I'm making sure I'm on the right path, so I check with other people. Paddle Smash was kind of a weird new game that we liked, but it was kind of, I mean, a lot of times those vendors are just trying to get you to buy it, and I think we can make it work on our own. Same concept, rain or shine. Our gyms are always used for everything, and so sometimes we don't even have our classrooms, so then we have to adjust and we head outside and move around the area, which is awesome. But sometimes it's just nice to see what else you can do. And then I went to the Excitement in High School PE. It was a teacher that was very highly ranked, I guess, teacher that had won some awards. I just wanted to see if she was doing things different than us, and we're right on the same pages about how she allows classes to roll and what kids do and things like that. So almost just served as a good way for us to learn a little bit, get on the same path with some of our stuff, and just see some new things.
Yeah, and for me personally, this is only my second year, this is great for me to see new perspectives and just different things. The rain or shine one up there, that was the one that I kind of resonated with. Last year, being obviously in a small school, sometimes things happen where I don't get my gym, and that's okay. Luckily, it doesn't happen very often. But I remember last year, on the week when I found out that I wasn't in the gym, I was free. I didn't know what to do. So I think being able to see stuff like that helps me out, knowing people are in the same situations as I am, and they get through it and they do great with it. So that one was really stood out to me.
And lastly, next year we'll try to implement all the new equipment that we have and keep kind of our FIAD program running on the right path. And so,
A couple more pictures here, obviously, doing a little workout. The golf, I'm a major golf addict in my free time, so I thought might as well bring it to school as well. So I was training them up for this summer, getting ready for the mini golf courses. So, yeah. And that is all we have. Thank you very much.
I just want to tell you guys, when I'm out and about during the day and I see your kids out here playing and I see you walking over to Ripple Creek or the bikes, you know, that's awesome to get them outside as much as you possibly can.
Oh, yeah.
So good that your gym's there, sometimes used.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that helps out. Yeah, and now weather's getting a little bit nicer, so we're ready to get them outside, and they're ready to get outside too.
Right,
They've been cooped
right.
up
The
for too
more you
long.
can get them out there, the better,
Yep.
better for
Yeah.
all of
So
them.
maybe we can get a golf team back? Like, didn't we have
I,
one?
Mr.
We
Ayers,
talked about that
We
today.
talked about that.
I think that'd be so
we had
cool.
middle schoolers talking about wanting to join golf. So Mr. Ayers, if you hear this, I'll coach it.
And
I'll be an assistant coach.
Yeah, we will gladly golf.
I'd just like to add real quickly, I love coming into both these gentlemen's classrooms. They have the biggest classrooms, of course, in the district. I love going to their classrooms. They are energized, they're excited. The kids respond so well to them. They're engaging with the kids. That old cliche, the FIAD teacher stands there and rolls the ball out. That is not Port Edwards, I can tell you that. They are playing with the kids, they're excited. They make FIAD very, very enjoyable here in Port Edwards. So thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate that.
And thank you, Kathy Stebbins-Hintz, for your leadership, because this was one of the things I wanted, was to have different groups come in, because as board members, we want to know what's going on, and we want to see it. So whether you like it or not, guys. But now you're off the hook for a while.
Well, Kathy
so-
did want us to bring in some equipment and play a little dodgeball.
I did
We
remember that,
thought of it, and then we thought we
And you
might,
thought, I
some
don't move
injuries
that
might.
fast anymore.
When Mr. Campbell started, my daughter's in 4th grade now, but when he started, I know my daughter was like, our new gym teacher makes us like do stuff.
So good for you.
Yep.
I was like, that is awesome.
We do lots of stuff. Yes.
I've said this before, I'll say it again. Every time one of our curricular areas comes and makes a presentation, and I look at the scope and sequence stuff that they present, I've forgotten how many times I had to do that in the 34 years I spent in the classroom. And I don't ever remember anyone ever looking at it. It was a full-time event. We had to do it. It was put in a ring binder and stuck on a shelf. And 4 or 5 years later, somebody threw it out and we did it again. And it was, and we had 100 bazillion things we could or should have been doing instead of that. And the way these are put together, as you so correctly noted, a new young person can come into a curricular area and they're not totally lost between the other person or two, except in Mr. Bruno's case, where the one-man band concept literally holds the day. You can go to this and actually see a fairly good idea of what it is you're supposed to do with the kids. This has come a long way from the old days. Sometimes the good old days aren't so good, sometimes they're just old. So, good work, thank you.
Thank you, Kathy, for your leadership and all of our teachers for doing this.
Well, it's because you have awesome teachers here. It's not,
No doubt
it's
about
not
that.
my leadership, it's the
100%.
fantastic teachers.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, thank you again. I don't have the sheet, but are there questions or comments from people in the audience? Any sly remarks or other things that they want to land on us with? No one? Okay,
Please, Mrs. Miller's checking the sign-in sheet.
Nobody wants?
nobody there, all right. Is there, moving on to the consent agenda, consider approval of the minutes of the April 8th board meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion's carried. Consent agenda, Lisa. Any gifts? We
Yes.
certainly had a bunch of cards.
Yep, and Mr. Beener, shared a few of those with you earlier in his, report. And now add, we have a thank you to Bennett Cranberry Company. They came out, after the terrible ice storm and helped clean up the school forest. So thank you to them. And, I understand Carrie Martinson brought in a box of notepads that were, donated to our district for anyone to use, so those two. Thank you.
Good, thank you. Consider a motion for approval of the consent agenda.
I so move.
Motion by Nina, second by Crystal. Any discussion? Nina, roll call. So you poll us.
Okay,
Say each board member's name.
okay, so I just go around,
Just-
okay,
Start on one end or the other. and
okay.
Let her rip.
Kathy McGrath?
Yes.
John Dyer?
Yes.
Leo Thomas?
Aye?
Okay, and and Kristen? Yes. Okay.
Tried to make it easy for you.
Yes.
Start trying to do it.
I had to look at my own.
There is no unfinished business. Moving on to new business. Initial exchange of proposals for the 26-27 agreement between the Port Edwards Board of Education and the Port Edwards Education Association. Following the initial exchange, the May caucus are going to close sessions pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 19.86 and 111.70 sub 4 sub CM and 2 Wisconsin statutes for the purpose of exchanging initial proposals with Port Edwards Education Association for negotiations over a 26-27 collective bargaining agreement covering the total base wages for employees of the Port Edwards Education Association bargaining unit. There, I only needed 2 breaths.
Good evening, I'm Marissa Rubishki, and I am the Port Edwards Education Association president. So I'm going to give you our
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
It's probably just as fast. As long as my fingers don't stick.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll,
You can take
Yeah,
time
we're
to,
gonna take time.
take time to go? Yep.
just gonna-
You just got a little tickle.
Could we do the pictures?
We sure could.
Have that done.
We'll take a picture of the board. Well,
Yeah, I love that late notice.
sorry.
Yeah, and Van Rita said, yeah, I just got a haircut yesterday. I said, well, I didn't.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
my haircut.
Should we,
So we'll take a
should we
group
hold
and
up,
then I'll take
hold up our signs like this?
I don't even wash my hair today, and I'm like, this is the day we choose.
Yeah, we were gonna take a group one in front of the Blackhawk
Sure.
banner, and then individual ones.
People see
And
that.
I suspect that short people get to be in the front.
You know, that old school rule hasn't changed, I don't think.
When
Yeah,
I was in 5th grade, I was the tallest.
you were the tallest.
So we're in
So we're doing a group?
We're in a group first.
Yeah, I think we're gonna put a group one on the, how about, should we do 3 in front, or 3 in back and 2 in front?
No.
Well,
So,
get right in
Kathy, we need your head right here.
Cover my stomach
and
area.
then you
Nina,
can.
you can over
Okay,
there.
right, like,
Just
right like this?
Yeah, okay, she covers me a little
This
bit.
is just
Nina,
maybe
take a
one.
half a step to your right.
Take a breath, stretch. Are we okay?
Maybe Kathy, just a half step to your left.
Make sure my breast
You need to go out and even need to go just a little bit more.
Actually, you want me to start
Out the
joking?
wind, there you go.
Really?
Yeah, I think that'll be good.
You're very
Oh,
squinty.
check in.
I was squinting? Yeah, because why would I put my glasses on? I'm sitting there.
You don't want to take another one?
Now
Individual.
individuals.
Okay, only one?
Start with Leo.
Alright,
Start with Leo.
There we go. Maybe we don't have the funny glasses and stuff.
Oh my gosh,
State
that
school
would be
board.
fun.
make sure I got,
I'm sure there's a filter somewhere that.
We can do a filter, yeah.
Yeah.
They're hardly gonna be all the way.
Nina, go ahead.
No, it won't be.
And I don't go like sideways. I forgot how you're supposed to stand.
Oh, yeah.
you saw the picture I took at the convention.
I did it somewhere.
I did that, did you do that?
I went down to the photo booth.
Yeah, I did that too. I
And
really
I
love my
I scurried out ahead of Sue. I took the Viking hat, put it on my head,
Oh.
and did a pose, and the girl who was taking the pictures is dying. She said, "This is the best picture I've taken all day."
Oh, I actually took that photo and had Tanya put it on the website as my photo, because it's
I printed off,
Oh,
I
it's
printed
so
off
much
3
better than
8x10
my
glossies and gave them to my
school
kids. I said, "I want these on the wall at the memorial service."
There you go.
Okay, perfect. Nice.
They're still in there. You want to help her roll it up?
Perfect.
Get up on the chair.
Painless. I thought we might as well do it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
These are a little more sturdy, probably. Yeah.
For me.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a good idea to do it now, so we don't have to do it?
That was a terrific idea. Yeah, that's what she and I were trying to see a little time right now. Go ahead. Yeah. So can we start at the bottom and we just roll it up?
Art there for Carrie and Kelly, did they see
Oh,
that?
they're gonna take that down, yeah, that's good, thank you.
Kelly's still here, right?
I think they left.
Because that doesn't stay on the
Oh, it does. Oh, yeah.
background.
That's right, there's multiple.
Hey, exactly.
If they didn't, I'll just have Jim.
Yeah, there's still a card there.
Jim put it in Kelly's mailbox. Oh, that you could do.
Oh, they didn't see it?
I told Kelly it was there.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, you're gonna get this in the cafeteria over there.
She left too though? She's not,
It goes right over the top.
she didn't stay?
No. Like that. That looks fine, doesn't it? Yeah, perfect.
Come with
Look at that. What does Leo think?
He says that his mommy, needs to win a lotto so she can stay at home like them.
I wanna do that too. I don't have kids at home, but like I have dogs.
I mean, they're important too.
Isn't that awesome? We have
Yeah.
two Leos in the room.
I know, that's pretty special.
Yeah.
One is almost as vocal as the other.
There's.
Hi. How are you?
Upon discussion, the Port Edwards Education Association would like to accept the proposal given to us by the board. And we would also like to thank you for your generosity this year.
You're entirely welcome. I wish it was better.
Absolutely.
Okay. We have not had to reconvene, so I guess we move directly to number 15. I will consider approval of the 2026-2027 support staff compensation as discussed in closed session.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Number 16, consider approval of the 26-27 administrative support contracts as discussed in closed session.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Number 17, Consider approval of policies related to Wisconsin Act 57, policy numbers 1213, 3213, 4213, and 8462.
Those 4 policies were brought forward to us by the Neola Company, and Act 57 establishes strict new requirements for school districts regarding the notification of parents when a report of sexual misconduct by a staff member has been received. And again, approving these policies, 1213, 3213, 4213, and 8462 will keep us in compliance with that state statute. And I'm requesting that the board approve this tonight in one reading so that it can be enacted immediately.
I move to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve policies related to Wisconsin Act 57 per state statute. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion's carried. Port Edwards School District Resolution Proposal. This was in your packets. Kathy has printed off a copy. For the benefit of those in the audience who may not have noticed this, this is part and parcel to our May 28th event, of which I genuinely hope at least most of you can attend. In January at the convention, Kathy, John, and I all ended up in a session, a breakout session run by the Green Bay District. Every year since 2015, legislation has been introduced trying to get the cost of school voucher against the individual school district levies placed on people's tax bills. So people can look at their property tax bill come December and actually see what percentage of the levy is leaving our hands and going into the hands of private and parochial voucher programs. It's never even gotten a hearing, let alone a vote. Last year, the Green Bay District discovered a mechanism allowing them to do this on a local level, basically by passing a resolution in their school board, calling upon their municipal partners, the towns, cities, and villages that make up their school district, to pass their own resolutions enabling the county treasurer, when the tax bills are printed in November and December, to line item this so that when the taxpayers of our school district get their bills this December, they can look and see whether or not, or see what amount of money they are contributing towards this program. They expected and got some pushback from the private and parochial schools, and they were quick to point out, as they will again on the 28th, that this is not an anti or pro voucher program. As it says on the flyer that's on the back table, this is a taxpayer transparency program. As a citizen, as a taxpayer, you have the right, the absolute right, to know where your money's going. You can like it, you can dislike it, you can think it's too little, you can think it's too much. Nonetheless, you have the right to know and understand where that money is headed. You think it's going somewhere and it's going somewhere else. Well, with this on your tax bill, you have a clear picture of what it's costing you, because you also may or may not be aware that once student A leaves the Port Edwards School District and moves to somewhere else on a voucher, we are obligated by law to tax that money back against you again to recoup that funding, or we permanently lose that as a part of our taxing base. So you're taxed to provide for a school budget. A percentage comes off the top of that and goes somewhere for vouchers, and then you get taxed again to recoup that. Like, as I said earlier, this is the classic example of there's no such thing as a free lunch. You know, people are looking at vouchers as a handout, and it's free money. It's not. Somebody namely all of us, have to pay for it. The Green Bay presentation is extraordinary. I had a basic understanding of vouchers, and I have to recognize Kathy here because she's been pounding the tom-tom on this question for the last year and a half. She's been advocating and pushing for us to do something like this, to try to educate our citizens and our municipal partners about how vouchers actually work, what they do and what they don't do. And this presentation will go a long way towards doing that. The presentation lasts about an hour, if it's the same one that we saw in January, and then there'll be an opportunity for questions afterwards. We have invited everybody. We've invited our municipal partners, our citizens,
Every school district
our
in the
employees.
county, school boards, administrators, municipalities, everyone has received invitations.
Yeah, in the last few days, I've spoken to the town chairman of Seneca and Port Edwards. I spoke to the Saratoga town clerk this morning. I'm gonna talk to the county clerk and try to get copies of this flyer in the hands of all the county board members. It isn't just Port Edwards. We happen to be hosting it, but this is a problem for everybody. I mean, I don't know off the top of my head. I'm guessing we lose, what, between $300,000 and $400,000 a year?
More than that.
More than that now.
There's a website I can share that
Okay.
very clearly lists the dollar amount. I looked at it today. Last year, the Port Edwards School District to the Milwaukee Choice Program and vouchers lost $449,000.
Okay, we lose
Close
just
to
shy of a
$500,000.
$500,000, which you get to pay for again.
Yeah.
We really wish we had that money.
The Rapids district, the bigger the district, the greater the percentage that you're gonna have additional vouchers. They lose several million. If I remember correctly, Green Bay lost 13 million.
And that's with, protection right now, there's still the
There's a
percentage,
cap.
there's a cap.
There's a cap on
that's
how
going-
much money can
And
go.
that's going to be
And as of
coming off.
next year,
Yes, if that's coming off, and I
The
know
caps go up.
last year, we were at the max that we could be,
right,
Right,
you
the
know.
number of
So,
seats.
so we don't know really what that number could be. once
Exactly.
that
Unlimited.
comes off, so.
Yeah, unlimited.
I mean, since the voucher program started in the early 90s in Milwaukee and spread to Racine and the various other variations that it has, there's 4 or 5 different ideations of this in different parts of the state. There's always been constraints, there's always been caps or controls based on percentages or costs or number of children in your family receiving a voucher or some other variant. Unless the legislature does something between now and next year, as of 2027, all the caps come off. And without income restriction, without family restriction, without district restriction, anybody can walk up and say, gimme. One of the things that the program highlighted was what has happened in Arizona. You want to really get your eyes open, do a Google search for vouchers in Arizona and just start reading. Some parts of the state government in Arizona are virtually bankrupt because of the way in which the Arizona legislature has handled their voucher mechanism. It's even worse than what we have. So people need to be aware of this.
At what level is it voted on, the transparency? It's like per school district or per?
We will be presenting a resolution tonight for our consideration. If we pass it, this resolution, I don't know if we want to read it, or
I think it
if
should
you
be
looked
read.
at it in your packets. This
mean,
resolution will
Can it be
call
read?
upon our municipal partners to adopt their own resolutions because
Okay.
the tax bills come from the municipalities. They don't come from the school district. We have a line item in the bill, but it comes from the village or town or city treasurer. So what we're doing is we're calling upon our municipal partners, there are 5 of them in our school district, to look at this and take a similar step at one of their municipal meetings between now and October, so that when the citizens of the Port Edwards district receive their tax bills come December of 2026, you'll be able to look and see where this is at. And if you like it, great. If you don't like it, then you have to decide what you're gonna do about it.
So the motion request will be to approve the resolution once it's read, ask our board members to sign it, and then it's a request of these municipalities to differentiate on the tax bills.
So they can still deny it even if they
They
have.
can still
to.
do that. It's a request, yeah, it's a request.
The Green Bay board shared that, the Green Bay administrator shared that they went to one municipal entity. I believe the Green Bay School District has 8 municipal units, the city of Green Bay and then all the surrounding
Townships.
parts. They went to one town board meeting, there was a supervisor, there was a town chairman and 2 supervisors, as there sometimes is in small rural townships. And one of the supervisors was sort of curmudgeonly and grumpy and didn't want to talk about this, and they weren't sure exactly what was going to happen. And when they finally sat down and got him to listen and presented that this was not pro or anti anything, it is taxpayer transparency. It is letting you know where your money's going, pure and simple. That's why the transparency is in big black letters. He made the motion, and all 3 town board members passed it unanimously. So, I guess, Kathy, you want to read it?
I will. This is the resolution in support of full transparency for taxpayers resolution. Whereas the Board of Education, administration, educators, staff, parents, and community members of the Port Edward School District are best served when there is full transparency regarding school funding, and whereas the state of Wisconsin reduces and diverts state aid from the Port Edward School District for students who live in the attendance area but who choose to attend private voucher, special education, and independent charter schools separate from the Port Edward School District. And whereas the Board of Education has the authority to levy for the reduced amount of state aid diverted for private voucher, special education, and independent charter voucher school payments. And whereas this sustained growth in state aid diversion has placed an increasing burden on local property taxpayers who are required by state statute to make up the difference through the local tax levy. And whereas the Wisconsin legislature voted to inform Wisconsin property taxpayers regarding the amount each school district levies for voter-approved referenda by including that information on property tax bills. And whereas the Board of Education strongly advocates and supports transparency in all respects regarding taxpayer dollars. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Port Edwards School District requests the Village of Port Edwards and surrounding municipalities in the district's attendance area to include annually on their property tax bills the amount of the Port Edwards School District's levy that is for the purpose of capturing the state aid that is withheld and diverted from the Port Edwards School District to fund private voucher, special education, independent charter school payments, and the transportation costs incurred. In witness whereof, the undersigned, being all the members of the Board of Education of the Port Edwards School District, have executed this resolution on the 6th day of May 2026, which we will all sign tonight.
The Wisconsin Rapids District did this at their April board meeting, a similar resolution. And keep in mind that we have municipalities like the town of Seneca, for example, that has the town of Seneca has 3 different school districts. There's a chunk of it in Rapids, there's a chunk of it in Port Edwards, and there's a chunk of it in, is it Pittsville?
Pittsville, maybe, I think it's Pittsville.
Pittsville. So you get out here west of us, where the population thins out considerably, there are places where this becomes, you're gonna have a town board dealing with 2 or 3 or sometimes more different school districts within their containment area. So, this is why we tried to spread this jelly on the bread as wide as we could, because it's gonna make the life of the local municipal officials considerably easier if this becomes a more uniform practice. And it's spreading all over the state. Fox Valley is doing it, Neenah is doing it,
Eau Claire is doing
Eau Claire is doing it.
The La Crosse area, I know La Crosse, I believe the Onalaska School District did it. Rural districts in western Wisconsin are doing it.
This would have been so much easier had the state just gone ahead and done it. But of course, they didn't. So,
what we need from you is that you get all of your fellow colleagues to come to the meeting, and they each get 3 or 4 or even more friends. Because the more people that hear this and know what is actually happening, because I just don't think a lot of people understand.
school finance in Wisconsin is a train wreck. It is extraordinarily complicated. If somebody came to me and asked me a fairly simple school finance question, the best thing that I could do to assist them would be to make an appointment with Lisa and help them
Yes.
get competent advice, because it wouldn't be coming from me. Only thing I can do is facilitate that. So, this hour and a half on Thursday night, the 28th, will be well worth your time, and the time of your friends, parents, neighbors, cohorts, coworkers, anybody else you can club over the head and bring. So,
Mr. Thomas-Carr, the actual action, a motion is being requested to approve the Port Edward School District resolution in support of full transparency for taxpayers.
I so move.
Second.
we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Bless your hearts. Okay,
They can use this copy.
moving on to number 19. Consider approval of course description for AP Pre-Calculus and AP Calculus. Is that supposed to be? AB. Okay, AP and AB. That was in your packet. Any comment or question?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion is carried. Consider approval of non-resident pupils for 26-27 school year open enrollment applications. If I read the lists correctly, we have a few more requesting in than out.
Correct.
That's comforting.
Yes.
And again, keep in mind that just because they have made the request doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna do it.
Correct.
It means that it means they have the option,
They're exercising their right.
they're exercising their right.
Because some of the people actually requested 2 different districts.
Correct.
Yes.
Right.
Because they haven't made up their mind.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yep. And of course, with the special education cap set at 0, we are only approving those students that do not fall under special education.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. There didn't seem to be too many of them.
No.
So, okay. I have a motion for the non-resident open enrollment apps.
So moved.
Motion by John,
Second.
second by Nina. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion's carried. 21, consider approval of early student release on June 4th, 2026.
By noon on June 4th, 2026, all students in grades pre-K through 12 will have exceeded the minimum amount of educational hours set forth by the DPI. And in order to get a nice jump start on our summertime, I'm going to request that our students be allowed to leave at noon that day, and so our staff can get an early jump start on packing their things up too for the summer.
I move to approve the early student release on June 4th.
Any second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion?
Do any parents ever complain about that, trying to get here to get them, or no?
No,
Okay.
no, we'll get word out about it tomorrow. We'll send it out, and that'll give them, adequate time.
Okay.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, all those in favor of the approval of early student release on June 4th, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion's carried. Opportunity for individual comment. Kathy?
I'm just so proud of all of the students and the staff, and hearing these reports every once in a while is great. And I just want to thank everybody that works in the district, no matter where they work and what they do, for everything that they do on a daily basis.
Kind of what I was gonna say, I appreciate all the hard work that all the teachers, support staff, administration, doesn't go unnoticed. Are appreciated. And I like the presentation, Fayed presentation was excellent.
It was. Nina?
What everybody else said, I would second, but I also want to thank everybody for putting faith in me to do this. I am just thrilled to be part of such a positive and supportive school district. It is, and I graduated from here in 1973, so I taught here. I've been around a little bit, and it's just amazing to me. It's wonderful. So thank you all.
Crystal?
I don't know if it's technically like school board related in a way, but I know when Scott Drew was here, I saw him every morning all the time with all the kids. I know that's I feel like it's kind of lacking a little bit, but there was a really cool YouTube video that got shared about, I don't know if you guys saw that, about Josiah. They made an actual song about Port Edwards.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, check it out. I thought it was fake and AI at first, but it is so neat to have more positivity for Port Edwards.
An entertainer
It was
from
awesome.
Pittsville.
Vesper or something.
For Vesper, he did
Okay.
a kind of a hip hop song. He did a hip hop song. He wrote it about being pulled over in Port Edwards by Josiah, and it's really
It's so
really
neat.
cool.
Is it on
Facebook? It talks about.
I know it. I shared
It's
it. I
YouTube.
shared it on my Facebook, so you can
Okay.
see it there.
Yeah.
It's
The name is
Wasi.
Wasi Beats.
Yeah.
WASSI Beats.
Yeah.
It was just neat to have
It is.
positivity,
Oh my
and
gosh.
especially with police officers.
Right. Yeah.
And Josiah's pretty
The sunny side
Yeah,
of blue.
humble about
Is he getting a big head about
Mason
it?
didn't
He
even
shared
know,
it with us.
Officer Mason didn't even know, we told him today, he didn't even know it was anything about
A
it.
thing, yeah, yeah, it was a thing.
So that was my comment. It's just
Yeah.
neat
Okay,
to see
thank
that
you
for
for-
Port Edwards.
It was.
Thank you for highlighting that, Krista. I will look.
Thank you.
Thank you. Again, ditto everybody's comments. Again, I'm thankful and appreciative for my support in the recent election. This is my 7th term on the board. It's the first time I ever had an opponent. And that was, I knew my luck was gonna run out sooner or later. But I'm grateful that the community thought enough of the job we're doing to allow me to continue. If any of you want extra copies of the flyer for the 28th, and they're all gone from back there, I am working on my 3rd packet of 50. And if you want to take some to do whatever with, make paper airplanes and shoot them over the backyard fence into the neighbor's laundry, and whatever can be done to pass the word, you can pick them up over there, or I have another packet of 50 here that I'm taking to the courthouse tomorrow, so, your efforts are appreciated. Hang in there, the year's almost over. I know the next few weeks are frenetic and difficult, and the eager little model citizens are not always what they could or should be. But it will all work, and we'll get through it, and we'll have another good year completed in one of the best small school districts in the state. Thanks to you guys.
As a taxpayer, thank you for pushing this so hard.
Yep. I thought I understood vouchers, at least minimally. And after I came out of that presentation, I'm just like, whoa! We need to send Paul Revere on the horse to everywhere we can go to get this set up. So, please keep the 28th free. I know the timing is not opportune. It's the end of the school year. It's right before a holiday, right after a holiday. Please try to come. So, we have a tentative date of June 10th for our next meeting.
Yes,
Is that okay with everybody?
at the high school.
I will be I will be leaving town literally the second graduation is done, and I will not be back until the 9th. Because I have two grandsons in Denver who will be unsupervised without us there, and the prospect of leaving them alone is not good. So I'll be back on the 9th, on Tuesday the 9th. And I should have no problem making a meeting on the 10th, but if for some reason, I'm not, I will certainly let everybody know. Move for adjournment as
Do
of,
you wanna do July?
we'll do July or not?
Yeah, we usually do.
Are we going to meet in July? Sometimes we go on hiatus?
Yep,
I think we
Do you
should.
wanna change the date in July in terms of bumping it forward or backward?
it's the
Or
8th,
you wanna stay with the second Wednesday?
that's the second Wednesday, the
July
8th.
July 8th should work for me, but
Okay?
it's up to the board.
Depending on what we choose to do in terms of a in-service or goal-setting thing. I mean, maybe perhaps that would adjust this, but we can
Right.
always do that in June if we need to. So let's tentatively look at July 8th at 5 o'clock or 5:30. And
That will also
if there
be
is nothing else, I move to adjourn at 6:41 PM.
Motion. I know.
Motion second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The August
We adjourn.
meeting, high school.
Thank you all.
John and Kathy.
Anybody want some flyers?
John and Kathy.
The other levels.
Yes.
Be there.
I will.